everyone on
Facebook. This is only our second Q&A on Facebook in 2023
year.
And we're so excited to be here. Angela
We're
Crow,
so
hello,
excited
love.
to be back. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, Jennifer
Sadie,
Lopez.
Lisa,
J-Lo in the house.
D.
Also behind the scenes right here with us now. Hey, D. Hey, Lisa. Hello, Judith. Oh my gosh. We love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful day. I don't know what the weather is like where you live, but it just got friggin' fantastic here in Las Vegas.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
The high is like 85, which
floods.
Without humidity, 85 is like perfect.
Hi, Diane. Hi, Amanda.
It's been a beautiful day. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you guys have questions, just start dropping them in the comments.
Ashley has her first question. Pop it up. This is a good one. My cat is shaking his head and smacking his lips. He has a vet appointment tomorrow. Advice, thank you for making a vet appointment as soon as possible. First thought would be maybe it is something, it could be a dental issue. It could be an ear infection.
It could be. It could.
But definitely want to get it checked out. If he's otherwise, my only advice right now, since you have an appointment tomorrow, is to be looking at, is he still eating? Did
anything change, right? Did you recently give some flea and tick medication? Has anything in his routine or anything as far as his food or anything like that changed recently? That's also but getting that ear checked to see if there's any kind of like ear infection right now.
Advice for tomorrow is to make a list of anything that has changed in the past couple of weeks
and tell your vet,
and pay attention to litter box deposits, their appetite. Is your cat still eating well? All of that. So those are going to be questions that you can just fire off to your vet to help give them a better idea of what's going on so they can check it out.
Yes. Brenda, hi. How can I help my cat who eats and regurgitates
very frequently?
I think it's because he eats very fast. The vet suggested I can't say the word.
Endoscopy.
Thank you. So I would try
slow feeder
just like my cat tip today, you are your cat's best advocate. We have to know our cats. If you know that your cat is a scarf and barfer or a gorge and purger, right? Eats really fast and then regurgitates or throws up, then slow down that eating and see if we can change that, right? So there are many tips that you can use. There are slow feeders that you can buy. There's a different type. Elevated dishes. There are different types of food that you can feed. Feed smaller meals throughout the day versus one big massive meal. We use you use a muffin pan, right? Yeah, everybody has a muffin pan. A muffin pan from Muffin Lane. You can use a muffin pan and literally put little bites of food throughout. So they have to kind of dig for it because they're not going to like to put their face in it, but they're going to have to kind of work for their food. That's another thing.
Indoor hunting feeders where they play with it and eat slowly.
Yeah. When we first learned this, it was our mama cat and we fed them wet food and she was scarfing and barfing. And so what we did is we actually just took a rock and we put it in the middle of her bowl and we put the food around it. So she literally had to walk around her bowl
and it was like magic.
Yep. So we always know our cat's best.
Kathy, happy Labor Day to you. Hello, Madison.
Hello.
Sandy Cat's back from Burning Man. Oh, hell no.
Did you guys hear about Burning Man?
God bless.
We've never been to Burning Man, but it's been ever since we moved here. We've heard about it's a big thing here. It's never been appealing to us.
I'm sure it's a great experience.
I don't know about being in the desert with a bunch of random people for a really long time without our cats. Just doesn't seem like my thing. But man, they got flooded this year. It was nuts. And they couldn't even leave. It's been crazy.
Yeah. Chris Rock made an escape though. So
some good peoples.
Angie, I'm so glad you go live at different times on your platforms. I had to log off at 7. Oh, I'm so glad. We're so excited to add Facebook back to our Q&As.
Yes.
Kathy with a great question. How many sardines can I feed my 10-pound cat each week? So sardines are great because the issue with a lot of fish is that they're big fish, tuna, salmon, all that. We have fish fanatic cats all the time, but there's a lot of contaminants that come with those big predatory fish.
So sardines in water.
Sardines in water are great. As far as how many,
also great for omega-3 fatty acids.
Yes. But are we using them as holding on to sardines as a high value treat, right? Mm-hmm. So it's something if they need to add something that's not going to be very palatable.
Or whenever we're out of town, we say, hey, give this high value treat.
Right. So, as far as how many per week, I don't know that I would make it even close to a primary meal because it's obviously not fully balanced, but I would use it appropriately, right? I don't think that giving a 10-pound cat a couple 5 sardines a week is going to be a deal breaker. Could probably go more than that, but I would want to make sure that I'm holding that high value treat for something valuable.
Yes, absolutely. Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness. Hi, Deb.
Hi, Deb.
We are doing well. Today has just been a nice, productive, and relaxing type of day.
Oh, Maria's a question.
Recipes for cooked diet for overweight 13-year-old toothless rescue that has no teeth.
Oh,
food motivated fur baby. He was overly impressed when I tried. He probably wasn't overly impressed when I tried raw food for him. Yeah.
So slow it down.
I mean, gently cooked is great way to start our cats on a fresh food diet, right? There are smalls. If you go to our link in bio, there's a fantastic discount that you can use by getting smalls, which is already a pre-made, delivered to your door food. Now, there are also recipes on our YouTube channel. If you guys are coming from YouTube, I know you're on Facebook right now, but if you got, for those of you guys on YouTube, you can go to one of our playlists on healthy recipes for cats, and the majority of those we can gently cook, right? Because the majority of them we actually made with eggshell calcium versus bone. So you can gently cook those diets, and those are some free recipes online. There are also some great recipes. Dr. Judy Morgan has some great recipes. You can go on catinfo.org for feline nutrition. All these also have really great recipes for your kitties.
Eliana, I'm probably slaughtering your name, but my cat is always mad. I think he doesn't love me. If that is your kitty in the picture, what a little precious baby. So the thing that we need to understand about our cats that I had to learn when, like, what is mad to you? What behavior is your cat doing to make you think that they're mad? Are they being swatty? Are they being bitey? Are they hiding? Do they not want to spend time with you? All of these are behaviors that are far more complex than our human word of being mad. So my biggest suggestion to you would be to reach out to one of the most underutilized resources for all of us cat people, and that is a feline behaviorist. So then you can really kind of evaluate individually what is the behavior that your cat is exemplifying that makes you feel like they're not happy, right? Maybe they're not mad, maybe they're just not happy. And then you can go on the individual basis, Cat Behavior Alliance, right here on Facebook.
And YouTube.
I believe they're still offering free 15-minute consultations, but you're going to be able to start seeing your cat's world from their perspective. And you're going to realize it's maybe not that they're mad. Maybe they're feeling insecure about A, B, or C. You can change it to really help give a beautiful, happy, loved life to both of you.
Yes. Karen, is it okay to feed my cats only dry food, or should they have wet food in their diet as well? B.
Loud.
B.
Yes, loud.
Yes.
They need that moisture.
So we only, in fact, if it is at all possible to discontinue kibble from your cat's diet, then we highly recommend it, right?
If it's not possible,
our cats are, and I'm just going to try to say this really fast, okay?
Good luck.
Our cats are obligate carnivores, meaning they need the majority of their food to be animal protein, okay? So when we're feeding a kibble, we're feeding a very high fake protein or carbohydrates and starches versus and lower amounts of protein. It's also, our cats are also desert animals, so they have a low thirst drive by nature, so they need to get the majority of
to lap water like the dogs.
Right. That's why our cats, they cannot make up for the moisture that their bodies need at the water bowl. If your cats are drinking a whole lot of water, that's actually cause for concern, right? So what we want is to give them their moisture that their bodies need in their food. So we don't actually recommend feeding kibble at all. But if it is at all possible to feed your cat a moisture-rich diet, please do.
The one and only Dr. Odette Suter.
What?
Is here
Hello, my love. We get to
by your
see you in a
presence.
few weeks, and I'm so excited to see you again. We
will
miss you already.
Joining, for anyone wondering, the Thriving Pet Expo is happening in 3 weeks.
Newport Beach, California, September 30th and October 1st. Guys, link is in our bio to get your tickets. Dr. Odette Suter is going to be speaking. Dr. Katie Woodley is going to be speaking. Dr. Katie Kangas. Like, there are so many
Rita
amazing.
Hogan is going to be there.
And one of our
it's going to be a small group,
planet.
like I think maybe 200 people. So you're going to be able to ask questions of huge brain trust, like Dr. Odette Suter.
And we're going to be there
in person,
helping you guys better understand how to have a good relationship with your vet in a non-traditional way. Yes. So you guys have to come join us. If you guys are anywhere near the Newport Beach area, please get your tickets.
Dr.
Please
Suter,
come and hang out with us and hug us.
April, hi ladies. Oh,
Where are
whoa,
we?
I missed
April.
one.
Hello.
Is it weird? Is it okay or weird to train a cat to use the human toilet bowl?
That is a
So
great
many training tools for
question.
online. I love this question because
Yes.
I love it for the fact that cats love engagement. So if you are going to train them to do something, I saw a question earlier. I don't even know if it was on this platform, but it was like, my cat bites me like hard nips every time I'm about to feed him. That's the kind of behavior where you can literally train your cat. You know it's coming. You know when they do it. Clicker train so that they are. Teach them to sit, teach them to do this. Cats find that so engaging. It's so great for their mental enrichment, like teaching them to use the human toilet. The problem with that is 90% of our cats, by the time they're 10 years old, are going to have some kind of arthritis. So they're going to stop using the toilet because it's going to be an acrobatic little trick.
Or if they don't
that
feel
they cannot do to get up there and perch on the toilet seat.
So if you are going to train your cat to use the toilet,
always leave a traditional litter box as well. Please don't take away a natural resource for them just because they're excited about doing a new trick for you. And to be honest, I've seen a lot of stuff of this online as well. Some cats take to it like they were meant to pee in a toilet. Other cats, all the hundreds of dollars of training tips and tricks, they'll never do it. So just remember, your cat is their own individual as well. Maybe they just don't want to use the toilet.
Hi, Patty. We are so happy to be back. Can you use sardines as toppers? Madison, great question. Yes, absolutely. So as we said, we like to use sardines as a high value treat. Sometimes what that means is that when we have a food that we really want our cats to eat, but they're kind of rejecting, we put some sardines on top or mix it in, right? That's a great trickery thing for us to do as cat parents, as responsible cat parents. So great question. Hello from the Philippines.
Hi, Miles. Oh, that's a good question. Pop it in. My cats hate going to the vet. Or maybe it's putting them in a cage and in our car. How do I ensure their health without going to the vet?
Great question again. You guys here, I think you're winning here on Facebook.
So number one, I would do the evaluation though, because if your cat does hate going to the vet, it could be that they hate going into a cage and into the car. This is where we really suggest getting a carrier that they are going to be comfortable in your living room. And what we mean by that is we wanted to be part of their safe space. So we went out and got new carriers for our babies. We used them as their beds, a place to put their toys, their favorite treats, got them used to it. They'd be napping in it when they are there.
And that puts their scent in there too. And scent is so important for our cats.
Instead of grabbing a clanky door cage out of the garage every time it's time to go. Yeah,
it smells like the garage instead it actually has their friendly pheromones in there.
Yep.
Makes it more.
So do the elimination thing. It's always going to be helpful because at some point we're all going to have to go to the vet. I understand not wanting to, but it is going to be important. So get a new carrier, get them comfortable with it. When they're in there very comfortable, zip it up, pick them up and walk around the house with them in it, put it down, give them a treat so that they know that they can be enclosed and it's fine. Take that little adventure to the car, put them in the car, talk to them in the car, maybe turn on some music, back down the driveway, back into the house, positive treat. So we're talking baby steps. You're desensitizing them, letting them know that it's not scary to get in the cage and into the car, little trips around the block, that sort of thing, where the destination isn't a place with new people and scary things. As far as health, I think the best way to ensure health is obviously with a good diet for our babies. Like food is foundational. But we do need our veterinary partners to ensure cats are stoic, so stuff can creep up on them, and we want to be as proactive as possible.
And especially as they age, yes,
very important.
Absolutely. How can I rid my cats of flea and ticks? I have quite a few of them. Quite a few cats or quite a few flea and ticks. Okay, so let me show you what we use for flea and ticks and mosquitoes and sometimes scorpions. Feline Essential Flea X. It's an all-natural flea product that you can use. There's instructions on the bottle on how to mix a little bit of this with a larger amount of water and spray your entire home on the inside if you've got a flea infestation. Obviously, if you've got carpet, you need to be vacuuming like 3 times a day. If you've got an infestation going on, diatomaceous earth works well. There's a lot of that. You don't have to buy this one, but there are a lot of natural flea products out there, flea and tick products out there that you can use. You got to be diligent if you've got a flea infestation going on. If you have to balm the house, you need to remove your cats completely for about 2 weeks. So good luck with that. But you can also be very, very diligent about getting it under control. If it's just on your cats and it's just coming every once in a while, we can use a natural flea product topically that's not going to harm them long-term or cause neurological issues like so many of the chemical flea and tick products do. But that's our
Hey, small fun fact though, we learned from Dr. Judy Morgan, the amazing Dr. Judy Morgan. Do you know that Fleas only spend 5% of their life cycle on a host, which means that's when you realize how important vacuuming is and treating the area, the environment. Because only 5% of the time you actually see them.
Yes, Diane, are the bones in sardines dangerous for cats? No. So our cats in the wild they're gonna hunt their prey. They're gonna hunt their mice, right? Rabbits, even. They're gonna devour the majority of that body, right? And they're also gonna eat the birds, right? They're gonna eat those bones, so long as it's not cooked. We never want to cook bone ever. We never want to give our cats cooked bones, but raw meaty bones, awesome, always.
Small's not available in Canada. I know, not yet.
Yeah.
Maybe someday. Wait, Deb said I have a cat that thinks she needs to eat every 3 hours. She will paw and meow at me until I feed her. She has you trained.
I was going to say, so who trained who in this one?
Now, this is, I mean, I'm curious to know, Deb, how old your little one is, because kittens, young cats up to 1.5 years old, really, they need a lot more food. So maybe she is hungry.
And sometimes older cats also.
But I love how engaged she is with you. But every time that they know what gets our attention. But you may want to look at if you can do, like, put them on a routine. Routine can really help, right? But a routine can be really helpful because they know when the food is coming. And so if you can do like a lunch, a dinner, and a breakfast, fine. You can put out indoor hunting feeders. So if they're really hungry, they can go and they can hunt themselves. So it's really enriching for them. But she's also not clawing and meowing at you. Hi, Lisa.
Hello, Sadie. How do I help my cats with anxiety after losing her sister?
I'm so sorry, Sadie.
Listen, cats grieve just like we do as well, right? So, and all of us, we all grieve differently. When we lost our Pooh Bear Twist this year, Adrian and I both, we grieve differently. Our cats grieve differently. Sometimes it turns out that sometimes they end up being a little bit more aggressive. Sometimes they seclude themselves. But we know our cats best, right? And we know when our cats are going through a grieving. Now we want them just like us. We need to go through that grieving process, but we can help them along in so many ways. One of the ways that we learned late in the game, right, was to actually talk to our cats. Now, we typically do this anyway, right? We talk to our cats, hi, baby, blah, 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 blah. But when it comes to an emotional thing, we don't necessarily confide in our cats, right? We don't necessarily talk to our cats as if it's like, I'm so sorry you've lost your friend. And I am feeling the same sadness because I also lost my friend. And this, but actually the studies are showing that actually talking to your cat in that real one-on-one way helps them through this grieving process. Also, extra playtime. I don't want to say
attention, engagement.
Yeah, we don't necessarily want to distract, but kind of distract, right? And this also helps with anxiety, regardless of why your cat is dealing with anxiety. A confidence building session.
Yeah.
Which is
just, so it's basically 20, 15, 20, 30 minutes of engaged play, bringing them through that prey sequence of stalking and chasing and catching, and really going through that prey sequence with them. So they're exercising their instincts. They're really laser focused on it, but it's one-on-one time. So no other distractions, no TV on. We take our babies into our bedroom one at a time, close the doors, no other cats, no other people, no phones, and use that 20 minutes to really engage with them. So we're bringing them through that prey sequence. It helps build their confidence. It helps those endorphins. Follow that up with a treat or a meal, depending on what time of day that you're doing it. It really is, not only are you letting them exercise their instincts, so they're feeling that confidence as a cat, but that engagement and that extra attention is
really
also
goes
really
a long
helpful.
way in helping them. Yes, because I'm from YouTube. I'm saying because I don't know. I probably butchered your name, and I'm very sorry. But I have a 4-month-old rescue kitten that hisses, growls, bites, and scratches when trying to clip her nails. Any advice on making her more comfortable with nail trims? The vet has had a hard time too. Now, here's the thing, guys. We just talked about the kitty coma on, and we have plenty of videos. You can DM us, and we'll send you the videos on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, everywhere, on how to do the kitty coma for trimming your cat's nails. However, we also get that we had one cat that we absolutely could not trim his nails. He was absolutely not having it. And we have to respect those wishes, but while taking care of our cats, right? So if you have a cat that absolutely, not even at 4 months old, can you teach them or train them to be okay? I think you can with this 4-month-old. Usually,
wait till you try the kitty coma.
Yeah, usually when they're young, we can train them, but sometimes some cats are just not going to have it. What we need to do is keep an eye on those nails. Why it's so important for us to trim our cat's nails is because they can actually continue to grow back into
their
paw pads, which is super painful and requires a surgery. Right.
Yeah.
We don't want that to happen. So we have to be able to keep an eye on those nails and offer alternative suggestions, right? Like
plenty of good sturdy scratchers. So you're the kind of sturdy scratchers where you're going to see the sheath nail that is shedding off all over the place. I love it when I find it, because it needs to be shed to keep the health of the nail. So you want good sturdy scratchers. But I think with a 4-month-old, you are looking at having a lot of fun with the kitty comb.
Yes. Let's see. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, guys. You guys are usually slow on Facebook. We are way behind. I'm so sorry. Hold on. We're going to do random.
Jasmine said, is 9 a.m., 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. an okay schedule to feed?
On a schedule. Yes. So on a schedule is what's the most important with our cats, right? They are in need of routine, and this also helps to reduce anxiety issues by feeding them on a routine basis. Now, that routine, we could tell you what we feed, but it really is based on what you can do with your schedule. So 9, 2, and 6 is great if that works for your schedule, where it's always going to be you're going to be able to do the same thing. Some people work different hours, different shifts. And so that, it can't always be, it's not going to be the same for everyone, but yes, absolutely. Jasmine, that's beautiful.
I love Dr. Suter for chiming in here and sharing
Bravecto,
too.
yes. Coming from a veterinarian right here, Bravecto can cause lots of really nasty side effects. Yeah. And Bravecto is just one of many. We have, those Seresto collars. We have, we've seen some of our beautiful.
This is a passion thing for us, because we will get the videos of what is happening. I just put Revolution on. It is heartbreaking. So
it's really hard. And that's why we get so passionate about these things, is because we're the ones they're saying, this has just happened to my cat after giving them a flea medication, where they will forever have shaky eyes and a shaky head. Like, it is so scary.
And God bless Dr. Suter, who has also seen so many of these things. So really important. It is always so, especially when it comes to flea and tick stuff. The more natural we can go, the better. I think it's crazy to me that someone's like, I put Revolution on, but the fleas are still all over, the fleas are still jumping everywhere. Most of these medications, you guys, are making your cat so toxic. They don't keep fleas from getting on them. They make your cat so toxic that the flea only dies once they bite them. So once you start realizing that, and why they come, Mr. Milligan in the house. Hello, sir.
Well, hello, sir.
And that once you recognize that that's really what's happening, that you should not be touching those flea collars or have your kids touching them because of the toxicity. But we're putting it on your cat to soak into their bloodstream.
Not on your kid, but on your cat.
Use gloves to give this or that. It's remarkable.
How often does a 3 to 5 week old kitten need to eat? So ideally, a 3 to 5 week old kitten is still nursing from their mother, right? So if
every 3 to 4 hours,
right? So if we found a kitten and they say mother has passed, or they don't have that option, then we need to probably still be bottle feeding or giving that KMR, the milk replacement. Goat's milk is great for this. There's so many things that we can use to make sure that they're getting all the calories that they need at 3 to 5 weeks old. Wow. And then we want to, as often as possible. Right. So
that's something that you even have to do overnight. So I would also recommend, we were just talking about her, the Kitten Lady has an incredible resource. It's a kittenlady.org. So for every life stage of a kitten, she has an incredible video series that really talks about what to look for, how to feed, what to do if this is happening, if they don't like the bottle, if this is going on. So many videos, so much content. There's also just blogs that you can read. But Neshama, I hope I didn't mess up your name. Please go check out the kittenlady.org, because that is an invaluable resource as you take care of this beautiful little young life. And I think you'll find it really helpful.
Yes. M said, why is it that after my cats groom themselves, they smell sweeter? I picked up Annie yesterday and I was like, why do you smell so good? I just put my face in her fuzzy little neck and I was like, you smell so good. Cats are fastidious cleaners. That's why so many people are like, cats are not small dogs. They don't need bathing like most of our dogs do. They go outside and they roll in the mud and they don't necessarily groom themselves the way that our cats do. So we say, I just answered a question today about giving your cats a bath. We say we haven't bathed a cat in 20 years.
Unless it was medically necessary.
Unless it's medically necessary. There are some times
that infestation, they get into something toxic. There is something that they need. They truly need help keeping their coat clean.
Yeah. But
medically
they do a
necessary.
really good job of
Yeah.
cleaning themselves, and they do smell sweeter. Terry said, what do you recommend for hairballs? Let me tell you. So first and foremost, we recommend a moisture-rich diet, right? So the cats that are on a kibble diet, a dry food only diet, are eating a large amount of carbohydrates and starches that their bodies are not designed to be able to break down and digest. So we're looking at just the digestive system in simple, stupid terms, right? As they eat these high amount of carbohydrates, the digestive system is saying, what, I don't know. So it kind of just gets stuck in there, and then they're ingesting their hair as they groom themselves, and that hair is getting stuck, and so they're going to throw it back up, right? So diet is number one. If we switch our cats to a moisture-rich, grain-free diet, grains also, cats don't know how to, they weren't designed to digest. Then we give them a moisture-rich, high-protein diet. 9 times out of 10, that in itself is going to stop the majority of hairballs. Now, there is a product that we use that is now for sale on Amazon, and today only you can take $5 off. It's been going for a couple weeks, but today's the last day, Labor Day. Feline Essential Catalyst is our go-to when it comes to hairballs, and I'll tell you why. Because it's a mixture of digestive and live antioxidant enzymes. So it reduces the inflammation in the GI tract. It also helps it replaces those digestive enzymes in the body. So it helps to break down the hair that they do ingest. But on top of that, it helps to build the hair follicles.
There's more.
There's more. It also
really
helps it helps to lubricate the hair follicles, build the strength of the coat. So our cats are shedding less. So they're actually going to ingest less hairs when they're grooming themselves.
Oh, you guys, we are over time. I can't.
Are we already?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I saw someone asking about litter, Dr. Bales or Catalyst. We are currently using Catalyst. I don't think Dr. Bales is available anymore.
Is it
not? I have not been able to find it anywhere.
Used to be amazing.
Juliet said, is there any litter that doesn't leave my room covered in a fine dust?
Pine pellets. So pine pellet litter has been, if your cats will use it, right? So we now have some girls that are not fans of pine pellet, which is why we've switched over to also healthy litter, but a bit more dusty. But pine pellets, the cheapest on the market that we found, the cheapest on the market, it tracks the least and is dust free. It's just that it takes a bit longer to scoop because you scoop it opposite. It's not a clumping litter in that way. So you have to scoop it opposite of how you would scoop the majority of litters.
So it takes a little bit more, but we are really loving the Catalyst. It's naturally clumping. The babies like it. It's
little dust.
Very little dust.
Still dusty,
still have some
in comparison, but
nothing compared to.
Oh, nothing compared to clay. Nothing compared to clay. Yeah.
You guys, I'm so glad that we're back on Facebook on Mondays.
Nina said, I tried grass litter and my cats ate it. Yeah. So, but here's the cool thing. Your cats, here's a tip. Your cats are going to eat their litter.
Whatever litter.
This is why we're so passionate about it, right? Whatever litter that you're using, they're going to be on the paw pads in some way, shape, or form. They are going to ingest a piece of that litter in some way, shape, or form, sometimes more than others. That's why we don't do a non-organic corn litter or a tofu litter or these. It's safer than clay, yes, but they're full of mycotoxins and aflatoxins and all of the things that the pesticides and herbicides that they use for these plants. So that's why we say we want to use the safest litter as possible, that if your cat ingests grass, they're going to be okay. They're going to be fine. And so good on you for choosing something that's natural for your cats. Okay. Happy Labor Day. Go enjoy the rest of your evening, whatever you're doing. If you're doing a grill out,
not doing anything.
If you're on the East Coast and you're going to bed, go to bed with a smile on your face and snuggles with your cats.
Glyphosate and corn livers.
Yes.
You got to think about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we have to.
Do our best and forget the rest. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Happy Labor Day.
Monday. Happy Labor Day.
Hopefully see you guys on Wednesday with one and only Dr. Chris Besson talking about cats and kidney disease. That's going to be a big one.
So much information that she is going to be, she's going to be bringing to us Wednesday night, 5 p.m. Pacific time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on Facebook and YouTube. We will be live with her. You have your questions about kidney disease, how to prevent kidney disease, how to help your cats with kidney disease. She is going to come to us with these answers. So bring them, tell your friends, and you guys all come back and see us in 2 nights. We love you guys so much. Happy Labor Day.
Good to see you. Hi, Lois. Love you.
You guys are such beautiful people. Love you guys.
Good night.